Hey, it's Etan. So you wouldn't know it by looking at this building today with all of the caution tape and the cones and this gigantic chute that's taking debris from the third floor down to a dumpster over there. But back in 1928, when the Jardinette Apartments were created, this was considered the height of modernism. In fact, one critic called it the very first modern building in the United States. This was the first U.S. commission for Richard Neutra, an icon of modernism, who brought the international style to its peak. And you can see it in here. You see these long rows of ribbon windows and these cantilevered balconies over on the side. And more than anything, it's complete lack of ornamentation. Everything is just flat and right angles. When it was completed in 1928, everybody covered it. It was hailed as revolutionary. Things haven't gone so well for the Jardinette Apartments in the years since. So let's go into its history. Richard Neutra moved to Los Angeles in 1925 and started living and working with another great Austrian emigre, Rudolf Schindler. They formed a business partnership, and at first they collaborated on projects. The Jardinette Apartments were the first time that Neutra led one of his own in the US. The apartments were commissioned by Joseph H. Miller, a developer with dreams of housing Hollywood types and striking apartment complexes. He got more than his money's worth, quite literally. He ran out of cash and skipped town to evade bankruptcy court. The building was finished, but Neutra never got paid. But these apartments earned him a lot of attention. They were covered in newspapers from LA to Berlin. They were one of 4 Neutra projects, included in an important 1932 exhibit at MoMA that defined a new international style of modern architecture. This was a radically new design in so many ways. There's an austerity, maybe a severity, to its clean lines and regimented stacks of concrete and steel-framed windows. It's a product of the machine age, and yet Neutra thought a lot about what it was like to live in a space. He installed built-in cabinetry and Murphy beds and smaller units to maximize floor space, used glass on interior walls to let in more natural light, and added planters to the balconies so his tenants could be surrounded by living things. Jardinette does mean little garden, after all. The apartments have changed hands many times over the past 95 years. By the looks of it now, it's been decades since any meaningful upkeep was done. Its last owner was foreclosed on in 2020, and the building was set to go to public auction. It's sat unused since then. But there must be something happening at the Jardinette Apartments. I first visited in April 2023. When I returned in September, the trash chute had moved from the 3rd floor to the 4th floor. So there you have it. Let's hope the new owner restores the Jardinette Apartments to its former glory so that we can all appreciate anew what a crucially important work of architecture this is. Thanks for doing LA with me.